Yeah.
So they've got to be
I
a bit.
read a while
But
back that Facebook were looking to bring in their own like currency. I don't know if that just
yes, that's true. They were, and I'm not sure where they got to with that. I think now Biden's, back, instead of Trump. It'd be interesting to see what. I just they need to be regulated,
yeah.
and they need, Amazon, Facebook, all the Silicon Valley businesses, because it's not great. But it's
I can't see them doing it. Like if they're not going to allow, it doesn't seem like they're going to allow Bitcoin um to sort of truly run amok on the financial markets.
I wouldn't put it past Facebook, and I wouldn't put it past them succeeding,
Really?
because they've got WhatsApp, they've got Facebook. They could easily integrate it into your life.
Yeah, but then it's almost like, do you ever sort of look at people like Zuckerberg and you think, I mean, how much is enough? Like, why do you really need your own currency? Like, you got dollars, we got pounds, there's euros. Like, just fucking, if you want to sell stuff on Facebook, yeah, like, knock yourself out. But what's the point?
I find it fascinating, but it's almost like what I would have sold that. I would have sold Facebook for like 100 grand
Yeah,
if I was Mark Zuckerberg. I'm not the guy who would, I'd have had a 6 month plans to get rid of it. It would probably still be a rating, the girls app. No, it wouldn't. And but yeah, how much is enough? And also, it could backfire. It could. Things do fail, and they make mistakes. The governments could, shut them
mm,
down. They're getting away with so much at the minute. So much tracking. Apple's already introduced their new iOS update. You can turn off
mm.
tracking on your phone now for Facebook, and Facebook are terrified about that because that's their entire revenue.
Yeah, yeah. I read a thing. I watched a video actually. Must be about 3 or 4 years ago now, and I don't know if they ever resolved this. Perhaps you can tell me. But I read that there was a sort of fundamental issue with Facebook's ads revenue setup, and basically what it was when you buy Facebook ads or when you pay for extra reach of your posts, it was some like colossal percentage of your engagement that you would get from weird and wonderful places like I can never pronounce it. Lumpur, is it? Lumpur?
Yeah,
PL.
Kuala Lumpur.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it would be from, random faceless accounts that only liked brands. So it was like highly suspicious. And then this guy did some investigating about it, and he said from like his findings, he was like, they can never come clean about this. They can never actually address this, because to do so, they would have to go back to all of the brands who have paid them, millions of dollars, and
Yeah.
say that it was all wasted.
And I do think that we're paid. There's you can spend a lot of money for vanity metrics,
Yeah.
so video views and brand
Mm.
awareness. When actually, you should be paying for clicking on that item, putting it in your basket, and buying it.
Yeah.
And I think, I do wonder, a lot clients still love those vanity. We all love it. We all love the views, rather
Yeah.
than, it's like on TikTok, I look at the views almost more than the likes, but actually it's the likes you should be looking at.
Yeah.
Um,
When I was starting to sort of ramp up the promo for my shitty little podcast, but I edited a nice little teaser, and I put it on YouTube and I put it on Facebook, and I paid like promo for both of them.
yeah,
And maybe it was a terrible video, or maybe it was just an off week or something, but the campaign ran for a week and zero engagement. And maybe I'm like exposing my own loserdom there, but I'm not sure. Like if I look at that and then I look at the engagement on TikTok from real people who are talking about the actual issues that I'm talking about in the video, there's just something that doesn't add up. It's like, well, what?
always follow your instincts on that. And I always think this when I'm talking to clients. It's like, when was the last time you clicked on a takeover on the Guardian, or an ad? Some of them, sometimes they're quite targeted. Like if you're looking for a tent and it's read your emails, and there's a thing for a tent company shop, and that's quite good. But to be honest, I've done it with comedy nights. You put 30 quid on it. I've never had anyone come, "Oh, I saw your ad
Yeah, yeah.
on thing." I think with TikTok, you know, or even that's why I think influencers still have a role to play,
Yeah.
because I think once you've got your community, they trust you, you're a human being, you can sell, you can sell things pretty much. So I think there's still, it's got a bad reputation because it's been, because you look good in a bikini doesn't mean you can sell a Honda.
Mm.
It's that kind of, there's still, it's still not great. But I think actually now that on TikTok, you've got a lot of cool artists, a lot of musicians, you've got some nice content creators, some people of different shapes and
Mm.
sizes. It's not quite like Instagram. It's not, there's very body positivity. There's lots of Black Lives Matter learning content on TikTok.
Mm.
I think once they've figured out how they can, monetize it, I think it's a good opportunity for brands.